Good morning and welcome to Super Reading Session Day 2. Now, before we really start, a small thing about yesterday. I tried to answer almost all the emails because there were more than 400 emails in just one day. Right? I tried to answer all of them. Some of you must have received the reply quite late, almost at 1 o'clock in the night. There was so much of appreciation. A big thank you for that, and big thank you to everyone. You must have received the PDF, right? PDF of Sherlock Holmes, and its link is into the description also, and it was into the comment section also. So from any of the point, you can easily download it. Regarding the music part, just give me a day. Just give me one day. That would be settled. Surely you will be getting the music also. Regarding USMLE PLAB, again, I would like to clarify that USMLE, PLAB, NEXT, all these exams will be discussing tomorrow. And trust me, that entire discussion would be in such a way as if you have to really apply for the USMLE, right? Whenever you wish, you will be applying it. I'll give you the exact timeline also. That is, say for Indian students, it's like, say, once they complete their second MBBS, they are quite ready for the USMLE step 1. Why so? So I'll answer all those questions, right? How to apply, what exactly is ECFMG, what verification code you'll require, within what time frame you'll be getting that code, then how to apply, how to check whether your college is actually, say, can't understand anything. Why so? Is it like you are here for the first time? Anyway, so tomorrow, USMLE PLAB, it would be discussed into that much detail as if you have to really apply for it, right? I'll give you the website also from where you have to, say, actually on that portal you have to apply, from where you have to check your own college, right? Because you'll be requiring a code, and I'll show you from where exactly you have to pick up that code. So that is for tomorrow, right? Uh, very innocently, few questions which were asked. Yes, definitely, I'm with you. Surely with you, no doubt about it. Until you complete your MBBS, right? Don't doubt about it. Regarding the subject and the course curriculum, just wait till Monday, right? I can say that from Monday we'll be starting anatomy, and in anatomy we'll be starting with very basic, and that is the general anatomy, right? General anatomy. At this point of time, not upper limb or lower limb, no, not at this point of time. First, we'll understand the general anatomy, the basic principles, and that would last for about 2 or 3 days. After 2 or 3 days, we'll be taking one full section on histology, so that concept is crystal clear, that what are the type of tissues which you'll be handling. One day, I'll be taking you to radiology, where you will be shown that how to see the x-rays, how those MRI pictures, CT scan pictures, they really look like, what exactly is ultrasound, because there are so many myths around that, right? So we'll settle all of them. Being in first year student and learning radiology, not to worry, right? It is pretty simple, pretty plain, and very easy to understand, right? Very logical. So more or less, just it is like photography, right? I am into photography also. So on that day, I'll show you my all Canon gears, right? So that radiology section, it will keep on comparing it with the photography. So the way we take picture, the way we take a photograph, exactly the same way the X-ray is taken. Principles will remain same. The only difference is over here we see the outer structure, over there you see the inner structures. Okay. So principle of optics and the principle of nuclear physics, that would also come, and it would be a fun. I'll try to make it as simple as possible, because when we'll be dealing with the regions, at that point will be more and more specific. So the course curriculum and all those details that will follow on Monday. Yes, regarding yesterday's, why can I focus on what related sections? I'm sorry, Nandini. Can you rephrase your questions? I'm unable to understand what exactly are you trying to ask. Yes, meditation. Yes, Jaydev will be dealing with this meditation part on Saturday. Okay, on Saturday as such, it's like an open house discussion. So we'll. Why can't I focus on what related? Okay, you are unable to focus. All right. Regarding the focus, question open to everyone, because few males, they were like those friends, they did not only more than 50 pages, but it's like it was so smooth after few, say 25, 30 pages, that they were able to pick up the words almost, say, under 1 minute, even under 30 seconds. Okay, you can really find name, place, time, but I can't find what. Don't worry, don't worry, I got your point, right? If you are unable to find what, not to worry. This is no worries, no worries. This is just the beginning, right? It's like just one day, just one day has passed. Now within one day, if you can really focus and you can pick up the name, place, time, that's awesome. That is really very good, right? That is really very good. Gradually you will start picking more and more words. Not only that, today I'll be showing you a method by which you should really start putting those words into a specific pattern, and then you'll find that how quickly you start remembering those words. Same thing will be implemented from Monday when we'll be dealing with the subject. At any point of time, it would be in the form of those keywords only. We'll not be writing running long big sentences. No, because if it is almost impossible to cram those sentences. But if the keywords are given, you will be able to rephrase those sentences in your own way. And that's what really wanted. Okay. So if you can deal with name, place, and time, I am happy. That's absolutely fine. And 25 pages, but this was the minimum thing which everyone was supposed to do. If you are done 25, great. Right? In case if you are not done, you can do it today, and then you can proceed for the second exercise which I'll be discussing. Okay. So chalo, let's start with our today's session. One thing you must have noticed, because what I did is I popped out the entire chat section and I put it on another screen. Now that screen is almost in front of me. So that way I don't have to really move my head onto the opposite side and then once again come over here to answer the thing. Okay? So the moment you will type anything, in fact things are in front of me only. So this was one very good suggestion. So I did that. So thank you for that. So here is our super reading part 2. Part 2. Yes, Pinda, it happens that once many times you pick up the keywords, then you are so much tempted to go into the subject and let me read it again. But see, that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. This will inject a quality, what is called as the active reading. This is what is needed, and this is what I really want. Right? Instead of going for a passive reading. Passive reading is ke theek hai, whatever the subject, whatever the content which is coming, we keep on reading. This is very similar to when sometimes we watch the TV very passively. In fact, it goes other way around. We watch the TV very actively and we eat passively. You know, one of the reason of increased weight gain, when they say that they are like couch potato, this is actually really happens. I mean, you are watching, you are so engrossed in that television, right? Engrossed in that serial, you don't know what you are eating and you keep on eating on and on and on. So even if the brain is telling your boss stomach is full, bus baba band karo, No, brain is busy into that cereal, and we keep on eating. So over here, this is what is very good, what you said, that you were tempted to go back to the subject and read it again. This is active reading. So first habit, in fact, this was our purpose. Why 25 pages? Because by the time you complete your 25 pages, you will gradually stop going for the passive reading. The day this 25 increases to 250, it becomes a habit. The day 250 becomes 2500, that means you have finished 2500 pages picking up the keywords. This becomes an automated process. Yes, this becomes an automated process. Now automated means what? Even if some material comes in front of you, you will pick up the keywords and you will frame that entire mind map, which we'll be discussing today, and then you are ready to go. People would feel that you are just turning the pages, but you are not turning the pages, you are in fact reading. Right? The way it was said that Vivekananda used to read the book at a very high pace. Yes, it is possible. This is the trick. This is the trick. This is the secret. That when you pick up the keywords, your brain goes into that active mode and will say pick up those words and will create the whole context by itself. The second portion, which I said, creating the context, that's what now will do it. That's what I'm telling. See, how will we understand what's the content? Now we are coming to that. Okay. So today's work, again, it's almost the same, right? Okay. You have to write down the words, not necessarily within 1 minute. It is like within 1 minute you are supposed to pick up the words from the page. It is okay if you are taking some more time to write them down. But today you'll be able to write them at a much faster pace. Let's see how. Say this is your practice work, right? That's your practice work. You come across, let's say, how shall we be discussing tomorrow the USMLE exam, right? So let me change the title. Instead of practice, let me write USMLE, right? Now, when it comes to USMLE, what are the words which pop up in your mind, right? Start typing. Open to everyone. Whatever the word which comes in your mind, but give only one word. Don't give a dozen of words, just one word. When it comes to USMLE exam, what words come in your mind? Okay, PG, hard. Okay, right? All right. I'll start writing for the sake of convenience to everyone. USA, right? America, this is the entrance exam we have already written. So it is the competition, hard is tough, right? Hard is tough. Entrance, US residency, yes, US exam, USA dream. Okay, dream is a new thing. Why not PLAB? We'll come to the PLAB, the money, right? So I'll put it in dollars. USA, 3 stages. That's right, 3 stages. I'll just write 3. This is difficult, easy. Okay, right? I'll easy, dream. Money, dream, opportunity. Yes, opportunity. This is expert, right? MD is post graduation. I'll put it there. Concentration, dedication. Yes, these are the qualities. So concentration, dedication. That's right. It is important. It is licensing examination done. I think next New York. Okay, that is USA. Hard work has capital. Settlement. Turning point, yes, competition, turning point, opportunity, they are all brother sisters. So turning point, I'll just put it there. Fame, surely money. Where is money? Money and fame, they go hand to hand together. Something about your entrance. Integrity is the quality, right? So integrity is the quality. Competition, career, kill competition. That's right. Western exposure, power, new life. Okay. I think that's fine. New life, that is a subjective thing. Kill competition, right? Kill competition. Okay. Fine. Okay. All right. Stop. Let's stop now. Now see, what we really did This was a randomly generated words, right? This is what you are getting is, say, turning point, opportunity, exposure, earnings, that easy, tough, hard, USA, then developed countries. That means USA. Yes, there are so many other countries also where the USMLE is valid. And tomorrow will be, I'll be giving you a complete proper list that once you have done USMLE, then these are the countries where it will be valid. You can practice it over there. But the point is, say entrance, integrity, exam, this is competition, concentration, dedication, dream, money, fame. These are randomly generated words. Now, I'll ask the same question again, but in a different way, right? Different way. Yes, in knowledge, new turn to life. That's right. Question is coming up again. Again, I'm writing USMLE exam. Okay? USMLE exam. But listen the question carefully. This time, I'm just telling you one thing. And the question is, what will you do first to pass the USMLE exam? What would you like to have to pass the USMLE exam? What is the first thing which would you like to have? Study, hard work, smart work, study, 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 consistency, study, guidance, right? So study, work, it was hard or smart, positive attitude, dedication, right? Consistency, focus, consistency, consistency, focus, focus, consistency, consistency, hard work, focus, smart work, consistency, positive attitude, proper guidance. Yeah, guidance, I'll just put it at guidance, right? Dedication, we talked about. Strategy, that's very good. Strategy, clinical knowledge. Clinical knowledge is in the second stage, right? Oh, clinical knowledge is in step 2 CK. CK stands for clinical knowledge. This is just the beginning, right? USMLE crack tutor. Okay. Time, exam pattern, right guidance, right books, confidence, hard work, strategy, mindset, believe in yourself, sure, believe in yourself, confidence, plan, notes, time management, consistency. Good. Now, have you noticed one thing? The moment the question was asked, now entire focus is towards how to prepare yourself, right? How to prepare yourself. And we can say that when we say we need to study, we need to focus, we need to concentrate, we need guidance, we need to have some strategy, we need to have some plans. Basically, all of them, they are brother sisters only. You know? They all are brother sisters. Because once we have planned anything properly, then you can execute it. Just take it like a military operation. Take it like a military operation. There is always first step, primary target. By the way, you play games, right? Say primary target and secondary target. I got the entire cockpit over there behind him, right? It's just behind that curtain. Entire cockpit is there. So yeah, in its real sense, I'll show you, right? I'll show you. And I got the steering wheel, all games, right? I love playing games. So fighter plane, in any of the mission, they give you primary target and the secondary target. Primary target is usually 1 and secondary target are 1 or 2 or 3, right? The idea is you have to finish the primary target and then if possible, you go for secondary targets, right? You go for secondary targets. This is normally any of the procedure, any of the mission. Same thing is over here. Now, what you said, why it happened like that? Some of you said that study is important. Some of you said that focus is important. Focus, concentration, it's one and the same thing, right? Strategy is important. Guidance is important. You know, when these words they come up, they actually reflect your power. They actually reflect what you are so much positive about. Because when you say focus, that means you know that I can do this thing. Because the question asked was that when we have to start preparing for USMLE exam, what is the first thing which you would do? Yes, you'll say I'll focus. So it means your focus is really very good. You'll say study. That means you are so much keen to study the thing, right? Guidance. It means that you are ready, but you need just a direction, discipline. What you said, yes. And the best part was in almost more than 100 emails. I really loved that when you guys gave me that promise. Yes, will work as sincerely as possible with complete discipline and consistency. I really loved it, and that was really very nice on me, nice of you. Because see, as such, we are knowing each other since almost 3 hours, but the love which you have poured into your emails, that was amazing, right? So I really liked it. Okay, let's take it on slightly lighter side. Let's say we change our profession and we are now movie maker, right? We are movie makers. What is the first thing you will need for movie making? First thing, just one word. Okay, camera, story, buzz. That's right. That's right. That's right. Mhm. Okay, okay. I'll pick up. Okay, fine. So many words have appeared, but truly speaking, you need to start with a story, right? Or in technical words, if you say, you can say that script. You need a script. You need a script, right? Yeah, and now you can add on it whether this should be emotional story, or it has to be creative story, or it has to be an interesting story, etc. True, you need a story, because then bichara this story writer to is usually very garib, right? He keeps on writing, right? He would never know that whether that story would be converting into any movie or not. And then, yeah, so that is a script writer, right? Or a perfect story. Then this thing goes to someone who is interested in making that movie. And there comes the producer, right? There comes the producer. Feels that, yes, okay, I can finance, right? So there comes the money. Then he would say, okay, chalo, let's make a team. And when the team is there, so then the cast, right? That who will be actor, who will be actress, etc. Right? Chetan Bhagat, then, right? And then in that team, everyone like director, right? All those cameramen, means the entire team. Once the shooting dates and everything is set, there comes the equipment, and that is where the camera, lights, everything comes into picture. Correct? So you see, it is a sequence. In medical, all you need to understand is the sequence. This is the second keyword which you will pick up. This is the second keyword. Our entire today's discussion is going exactly towards the methodology which we'll be implementing during our medical studies from Monday, right? From Monday, we'll be implementing it like this. So first one was what? The keywords. Once the keywords are there, so our brain will start becoming familiar with that particular subject, right? With that particular plot. And then the sequence. Sequence will guide us that in which order we should really proceed. Fine. Now let's go back. See over here, every time what we have really done is we have just written the basic concept into the center and then we are writing everything surrounding it. Now see, can we say put this entire sequence? See, these are the keywords, right? I'll start writing it in a bit of better handwriting because it was written quite fast. So this was like turning point, right? We'll not go for all the words, but turning point. This was opportunity, right? This was exposure, and yes, today I'll be deteriorating your handwriting slightly, not much, right? But yes, when the keywords comes in your mind, how to write. So this is tough, hard. So I'm eliminating tough. Hard means it's one and the same thing, right? This was the reverse of it, easy. Yes, it is easy. That's true. Though it is considered as toughest exam on this planet, but it is easy. Wow, how come it's easy? If you follow a procedure, if you follow a path. USA, New York, America is all one and the same thing. Okay, here the integrity, concentration, focus. So let's put one thing, right? Focus, right? That gives almost everything. Yeah, this was dream. Well, this was dream. This is money, and this was fame, right? And new life, kill competition. So new life and killing competition, that is the attitude. So I'll just put it, direct it over there. This is licensing examination, so I'll put that this is the sort of information. And yes, post graduation, MD, that's true. Now, out of all of these, if I have to number, which number should I put first? What is the first? For USMLE examination, yes, immediately you will say, okay, it is the focus, right? It is the focus. Unless and until we don't focus properly, it is not possible. So now picture is clear. USMLE, should we put USA? Well, it is that exam, this USA, it won't be of much helpful if we are really planning to give exam. Right? Our focus is more important. Then it's easy or hard. Why to decide at this point of time? It's easy or hard. Right? Easy or hard is a relative term. If you have prepared well yourself, if you have prepared yourself very well, things are easy. If not, it becomes difficult. Right? That's what we have experienced till we reach to our 12th standard. We always say, "Arey, maths is difficult." Why maths is difficult? Because we have not put our heart and soul into mathematics. Otherwise, it is easy. For someone, it is easy. For someone, it is not. Right? But if you decide that whatever happens, I'll give my heart and soul to this subject, that subject becomes yours. That subject becomes yours because subject starts loving you. Right? Turning point, opportunity, exposure. Yes, this is all very subjective thing. It is definitely there. But what we need to do, again, it is the focus. It is the focus. That is what is needed. Dream, sure. Money, initially to money would go into in the form of examination fees. Right? Tomorrow when I'll tell you the numbers, you'll feel, oh, bapre, so much. Yeah, that is so much. Right? But the returns are also equally good. So at the end, this question which was asked, how much money can we really get once we are into US? I'll give you the breakup of that also. That what is, and but it is approximate, right? One cannot stamp that, okay, one should get at least $100,000 minimum. No, it varies slightly. Fame, as you do your work nicely, it is automatic. Same thing, in fact, same thing is true for money also. Money and fame you will get if you excel in your field. But whatever the field you decide, right? Kill competition, that is for lifelong. I would say this is for lifelong, right? Do the things with such love that you kill the competition. Right? And it is licensing examination, so it is a focus. Now see, things have become clear. It has become much simpler. So what we really did over here was, this was nothing but it was a sort of brain map. It was a sort of brain map, and we analyzed it. Now, let's see if this image is given to anyone else, right? What he or she would feel, okay, what is this? What they have done, what they have written. But now you just look at this screen, and you go towards any of the word, things would start playing in your mind. Yes, over here we talked about that concentration, focus, dedication, integrity, but basically though it is focus. Yes, that's right. Right. USA, America, it's all one and the same thing. PG and medicine, yes, we talked about it. Right. Kill competition, but yes, kill competition is lifelong thing. So for the whole life, even at the age of, at any age, be a student. Be a student, keep learning. There are millions and millions beautiful things in the world, right? So now this entire page, though this is all messed up, but it makes sense to you. Your notes would exactly be like that. So the common question which was appearing into emails and even in yesterday's chat also, that how should we write notes? Your notes, right? Now this can give heart attack to many people. Your notes should not be in good handwriting. Yeah. Your notes should not be in good handwriting, because it is not a handwriting competition, and in which you are writing very artistically and in multiple colors. No. Colors, yes, I would say you can use colors, but the notes, they should be into your own language. Own language. And when I say in your own language, so it has to be with emotions. I'll give you one example. When you write a letter, think of writing a letter to someone, and let's say, will you write, right? Let's say this is what you are is in your mind, right? Okay, chalo, let's write I love you. Will you write I love you like this? Ah, will you write like this? Right? And and will you write like this? I hate you like this. Right? It can be written, right? It can be written. But the thing is, when we add when we add emotions into our notes, there would be smile on your face when you will be really reading those notes, right? When you'll be reading those notes, there is no harm, right? When you say that, okay, here is instead of writing liver, right? If you really draw the liver, right? And then you say that, okay, this is the left lobe and this is the right lobe. No need to write left, right? Left lobe, right lobe. And then you start describing, you start giving details. In book, functions of liver, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 functions. And we try to remember, we try to make all sorts of stupid, those mnemonics. Why to do that, right? Let's break that in such a way, so our notes would follow something like this. Our notes would follow like this. On one page, there is only one topic. And then we'll break that topic into specific sections. And then for every section, there would be subsections. This would happen even in our anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, everywhere. Now, can you write these things in the form of running text? Of course you can write. But same thing, when you write, it will go into pages and pages. Now over here, only the keywords would be appearing. Only the keywords. Only the keywords. So that keyword will give you the meaning, and within one frame, you are learning so much, right? You are learning so much that it would never be, you'll never be near if you are just writing a running long text, because text, running long text is boring, is very boring. That's why whenever the PowerPoint presentation is made, if PowerPoint presentation has got more than 3 lines, then it is a crime. It is literally a crime. More than 3 lines, no, 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 big no. And I have seen many a times PowerPoint presentation, they are like 15, 20 lines. Means person is reading. So then what's the difference between a page and the PowerPoint, right? No, big no. Never make this mistake. Second, what I really want you to teach is start developing a graphic language, right? What is graphic language? In fact, you guys, you are much more powerful in that, right? Seriously, you are much more powerful using all those emojis, right? Using all those emojis. If you like some point, say you are making the notes, right? This is what is called as the brain map. This is what is called as the brain map. In brain map, the whole idea, central idea is in center, and then all the other points, they are surrounding it. But if you like that, okay, this point is really very good, so no problems, right? You can do it like this. If you like that, okay, this point is really very effective, yes, why not to put some such symbols? And these symbols you will be putting when the first time you are making the brain map. So make a habit of making these things right from the beginning. And can we study from book itself without making notes? I don't mind, you can, if you are comfortable in that way. But for the medical part, right, this method, reading directly from the book, is fine till 12th. But in medical, the moment you see that this book, it's this much thick book, it looks more like weightlifting as compared to study. Because when the notes are small, notes are in your own language, notes are in with this funny character, right? When you are drawing something, oh, this is yummy point, right? That way, say it becomes so interesting. And when you will be answering in your viva, or when you'll be answering any of your questions, so all these things, they will come in your mind, because we tend to remember graphics much effectively as compared to the text. And in books, sometimes, as someone very rightly pointed out yesterday, that so much of unnecessary information is given, so much of unnecessary information. So we have to really filter out. We have to really filter out that what is important, not. So point is that there is one road, and on that road there are so many pathar, so many obstacles, and then you are jumping and you are crossing the road. Against that, a silk smooth road created by you, and you move on that road at a very high pace. Your notes, they are like that. Another thing, big advantage. That's the topic, and then you come across another book. In that you find one new point. All you need to do is you have to just add that extra new point into your brain map. Done. Your brain map is becoming richer and richer. Your notes are becoming finer and finer. You come across a new drug, to chalo theek hai. You don't have to really, you are not appearing in cleanliness examination, right? So just scribble it over here. Now when you will be practicing means you will, when you are trying to remember this entire thing, at that point there is no problem if you really destroy your handwriting. It's like, say, because time is important, you here, let's say one method is you write like heart, right? But now this is not your final note, this is which you are doing for practice, right? You saw your notes, and then now you want to know that how much do I remember. So then it should go literally like this. Okay, heart. This is heart. Yes, this is heart for you. because you know that then from this point onwards you know it very well. And then there are four chambers, right? No need to write CHAMBERS. Even if you write four, that's enough, right? Then this is atrium, ventricle, right, left, left. Right is with CO2 because RIGHT more alphabet, CO2 more alphabet, left less alphabet, so O2 less alphabet. From here it will go to body. From here it will go to lungs. No problem. Do it like this. Do it like this, because when someone else would watch this page, it won't make any sense to them. But when you'll revise it, you will know, hi, this was this done. And this is one of the fastest method, especially when I'll teach you, say, cardiac anomalies. So we'll first actually draw like this, and then we'll take a red pen and we'll say that, okay, this is the problem which is over here. This is a problem which is over here. This is the problem which is into aorta. During revision, you do the same thing. You'll save so much of time. And one best thing is, none of the examiner is interested in failing you. You will never ever be asked such crazy question which is given in some deepest corner of the book. No. All the exams, they are defined and designed in such a way that 50% of the exam is always like, which is like, if you have read properly, genuinely, you won't be facing much of the problem. So at least you'll be able to score, say, 35 out of this 50. For rest of the 50, once again, they are divided into three parts. This would be like 20, 20, 10. This last 10, at times it is difficult. Trust me, it is difficult. It is simply, it is meant to satisfy the ego of examiner. That, dekha boss, I know so much, right? You don't know. Ha, theek hai baba. You know more, right? We don't worry about it. We don't worry about it. In case if we know it, we'll do it. This part, this 20% part, right? That was like it would be very logical. So this is the reason you have to keep your head so cool. Keep your head so cool. Keep your head cool and you'll be able to do it. This 20% will require some special skill sets, some special reading. This is where it will decide whether you become a ranker or you at least definitely pass. And this last 10%, that is pure by chance, right? There would be at least few questions which are beyond the limits. So what we really work for, this part. This is, you will 100% know if you study properly right from the beginning, right from the day one. Yes, one page and give a real example. Sure. Slow and steady wins the race. No doubt about it. But slow and steady is what I mean to say. Just make one brain map a day. Just one brain map a day. Gradually, everything you will study, you'll start putting it into the brain map form. Say, why to read one page? Yesterday, there was a match between India versus Bangladesh. Correct? So, who won the toss? Well, toss was won by Bangladesh. And they put the India into bat, right? And KL Rahul, right? He scored 50 and it was his first 50 in this tournament, right? Then Rohit, he failed, right? Virat Kohli, he did well. And Sky, he also made some 30 odd runs in 16 balls, right? India score 183, right? 182 or 183, I think 183. And then there was rain. Now, before that rain, that Litan Das, right? He literally smashed everyone, right? He scored almost 60. But then he was, say, run out, right? See, not a single sentence, but we are literally, okay, it was 184. All right, 184. Right? 50 in power play, right? So 50 or I think 60 in power play, because in 6 overs they were on 60. Because at that point of time, that Duckworth Lewis, they said that they were 17 runs ahead, and had the rain not been stopped, we were gone. Yes, he made the highest, so I'll just mark this as star, right? As the highest. Yeah, 60, Shivam. Yes, you're right. So see, this is brain map. This is brain map. Do it like this. And what you will do, let the whole game get over. Once the game gets over, then you start making the brain maps. That how much can you really remember? Right? This is one of the very fine method. So if you know that yes, I'm supposed to make the brain map, automatically your brain will start watching even that match also in a very active way. In a very active way. Right? Okay, 66. I'll make it 66. Now see how good are your brains. Right? How good are your brains? So precisely, right? Though, because this was never disclosed that I'll be asking questions from yesterday's match. So this is the method. When I say for the practice, okay, how many of you, right? This is for females. For females or even males also, right? I also know how to cook. So what if you want to make a paratha, right? Let's say aloo paratha. Make a brain map of it, right? Don't, and you can send it me on email right now. Don't start writing the words, but these are for practice. How to make a delicious aloo paratha and the brain map of it, right? This is for everyone, but especially for those who are interested in cooking. Okay, for males, can you make a brain map on bodybuilding? Make a, and yes, this is all these brain maps. So you make the brain map, then take a photograph of it and send it to me on email, right? The best is yet to come. You will not be spending more than, or the maximum time limit which will be given to you to finish, right? To finish this brain map is 5 minutes, and it has to be with the stopwatch. Before 5 minutes, before you just put the pen down, right, and start writing, think of and then start the stopwatch. But within 5 minutes, you have to finish it and then you have to send it, right? 5 minutes is the upper limit. It would be such a great fun, right? 5 minutes. Over here also. Now, one brain map. Let's see who makes it, right? Have you seen the movie Inception? And people are going to curse me because even if I give half an hour, right, still the movie, the story of the movie was so complicated. It was like sapne mein dekha ek sapna. That was in one word, so I remembered it like that, right? Dream in dream in dream, right? And then it goes on and on. But yes, try to do this. Try to do brain mapping of Inception. Really, you will enjoy it. Second, try to do brain map on, let's say, Fantastic Voyage. This is a movie. I'm not telling for brain mapping, but this is the movie which you should watch. Fantastic Voyage. This is a very old movie by Steven Spielberg, and the entire story is like that the team of scientists and doctors, they are micro miniaturized and they are put into the capsule and they are injected into a scientist, because of a fall there was a brain hemorrhage, right? There was hemorrhage and they were supposed to reach to that portion and say rectify it. So it's a complete science fiction, but the entire story is now inside the body. So it's like when they are passing through heart, so they say, "Arey, this is we are right now we are sitting into left atrium, and then we'll be going into the left ventricle, and this the moment this wall opens, and we have to jump in." So yes, in fact, it is like this. There is left atrium and there is left ventricle, right? Here there is a wall and they were all floating over here. And then the moment wall opened, they said, come on, come on, come, jump, 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 jump. And then they all passed through it, right? When they were passing through the audio, it's really very interesting. And let me break that mystery also. After completion of the mission, right, they got lost into the brain. They said that now what we'll do. So they said, can you see the light? Acha, so that is retina. So they were holding the optic nerve, right? And then they reached to the retina. And then they said, okay, let's float into those tears, and via the lacrimal fluid, right? Finally, they come out and they were taken into petri dish, and then they start increasing, right? Their size start increasing. This is a very old movie, Fantastic Voyage, but it is available, right? Worth watching. You will love it. Everything is there because they were like foreign bodies, right? Obviously, for that, for the body in which they were introduced, they were like foreign bodies. So then immune system kicks in, and then antigen antibody reaction starts, and then they say, okay, come on, run, because if these fibers will trap us, they will crush us. Very interesting. And then by mistake, a knife falls in onto the floor, and at that point they were near the auditory system. So that knife which fell on the floor, it generated so much of sound, so much of sound, that then everyone fell from this point to that point. A very interesting movie, right? You will love it. Okay, now, so this is for you. Let's do one thing. Here, that's for our group, right? Our group, you and me, right? What are we supposed to do on the day, on the super reading day one? We said that we have to practice. So if I write 25 and who, where, and when, right? This makes entire thing crystal clear, right? That was the practice. What else we are supposed to do? Right? We are supposed to make those brain maps, right? We are supposed to make those brain maps. What else it is needed? Something which was discussed over here also. It was a spaced revision. Now can we really link this thing with our brain maps? Because for spaced revision, you remember I said that you have to revise it. Say first time to chalo within 3 hours, but then you have to revise it before you go to sleep. Now you might have read, you might have studied some topics for 5-6 hours. So it's a big material. Now just before you go to sleep, how to revise it that fast? But if the brain maps are there, you will go like this, right? You'll go so fast through these brain maps. 6 hours of studies, trust me, you won't need more than 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, you should just go through those images. I said you should just go through those images. I'm not telling that you have to read line by line, word by word. No need. Because when we go to sleep, there is one very interesting phenomena. And that interesting phenomena is Say before you go to sleep, you watch some suspense movie, you want some thriller, you want watch some violent movie. And now they show so much of violence, you know, means they show that they are just cutting with that knife and then the blood is, no, don't watch that, because it really affects your sleep. When we dream, everyone dreams every day invariably. Everyone dreams every night multiple times invariably. True, right? So if you input these images of your brain maps, it is like an automatic revision. It's like an automatic revision. This is one of the secret. I learned it in a very hard way. This is like our sleep, right? These are like our sleeping hours. Now, we used to stay in that BJ Medical College hostel, right? Now at that point, the hostels, they were not very hi-fi. I for our entertainment, I prepared a radio. Now there was no money for the box, right? So only the circuit was there. So when you touch those two wires, so it would increase the volume. When you just rotate it, it would turn it off. So every morning when I used to wake up, I'll just start the radio, and I don't know why this thing I must have said 100 times, right? It is like washing powder Nirma. Washing powder Nirma. Seriously. That advertisement used to come, and it used to come in a very high pitched tone, right? Washing powder Nirma, doodh si safedi. And I know the full ad, but I won't sing it, right? But for unnecessary, for no reason, for rest of the day, I was agent of that Nirma, right? Even in library, if I am studying say carcinoma of say lung carcinoma, but my foot is tapping washing powder Nirma, doodh ki safedi. This is such a good time. That made me understand that when you wake up, the initial phase is vital. So why not to utilize this phase watching the brain maps, watching the brain maps as soon as you wake up, right? Just 5 minutes. And this practice, since then, I'm putting in, I have put it in implementation. Before you go to sleep, just go through those brain maps, go to sleep, right? Your brain will keep on analyzing it, but next morning, without fail, as soon as you wake up, just watch it, and then rest of the day is yours. Very effective. Even if it is a very hard topic, you read it in the rest of the day, but you'll find that that topic has become much easier. It has become much easier. This is a reason they say that remember God. I'm not telling any specific God, any religion, anything, but anything if it is done in the morning, right? It it would make it would make you very calm, right? Cool headed. You are, and then whatever the things which you do will be best of the best. So listen to a very hard electronic guitar right in the morning, you'll find that rest of the day is unnecessarily disturbed. And these things, they are medically proven. The thing what is called as the Kirlian photography, where your aura, right, your aura is photographed. Your aura is photographed, and with the aura, that aura keeps on changing. So if you are in very happy mood, your aura would be different. If you are sad, so your aura colors, they change, and there are special cameras with which this aura photography is done. It is called as the Kirlian photography, right? Kirlian photography. On Saturday, chalo, I'll show you many of the pictures also of Kirlian photography, that how it really affects. That is when two people are together. You know, sometimes you watch two persons and you feel kya they both are so good, right? And or other way around, At times you are traveling and you meet someone. You feel like, chalo, let's talk with this person on and on and on. And when the relatives come at your place, we feel कि यार ये कब जाएंगे, right? With this person, there was no relation, but you felt like talking with that person. They were your close relatives, right? And they are to your house telling Happy Diwali and Happy New Year, but you feel कि बस जाओ ना, बहुत हो गया, right? Come next year only. Why it happens? This is aura matching. This is aura, right? So when and this is a medically proven thing. So try to do this thing. When you go to sleep, just go through these brain maps. When you wake up, go through those brain maps again. You don't have to go line by line, word by word. Just slow, comfortable pace. Go through them, and then next morning once again go through it. You do it only for 3 days. 3 days is like a magical phase for human body. Just 3 days, right? For 3 days, if you practice anything, it will become part of you. Just 3 days. We do exercise on day 1 because gym membership, right? Fresh new gym membership. Chalo chalo, right? Next day there is pain, but still we feel कि अरे पैसे भरे हैं, चलो चलते हैं, right? On the 3rd day we feel कि no, today there is so much of pain. Let's skip this day, and done. Khatam. Then that irregularity starts. How to recognize important points to note in maps? See, Kaushal, your brain map is like your treasure. All the points are important because in brain map you have put just the keywords, right? You just put those keywords. So all keywords are important. All keywords are important. So when you see those keywords, okay, coming to that. So when you use those keywords, these keywords are to be registered into your brain. Now, say doctor, when you said that how to choose books that will have necessary information to make mind maps. No. None of the book will be giving you mind maps type of information. Books are written by the authors and their purpose is to just give information. They don't have any intention in their mind that someone has to remember it. No. Books are informative. There is a difference between information and knowledge. There is a difference between that, right? There is a clear difference between that. What knowledge is something which you can really implement. Information is just information. It is just to boast that, okay, I know this much and I know that much. But is it giving you any pleasure? Is it giving you any happiness? Is it giving you some solution? If not, then it is just a piece of information. You know, many times people say, okay, yes, I can remember so many phone numbers. So what? I can't remember. I can remember hardly 5-6 phone numbers. I can't remember all. Why to remember? My cell phone has got so much of capacity to remember thousands and thousands of numbers. I would better use my brain for something else. Right? But yes, if it is like, can you calculate fast? Definitely, right? Because calculation is an active process. Information is a passive process, right? It's a passive process. After 5 days, if you'll see what was the score of India Bangladesh, I won't remember, right? But yesterday, though, it was like, अरे यार, अपनी India जीतेगा, हारेगा, right? That sort of feeling was there, right? Till the last ball. I even called up one of my friend. I said that, is it really so? Why it happens like almost all the matches, they go till the last ball, and till the last ball people are telling, अरे भगवान ये 4 पड़े 6 पड़े out हो जाए, etc. I don't know, right? But the thing is, information, right? Till today, that match was like actively involved, but now it is not needed. So after 2 days, it would be removed, right? Calculations, they are active. Information, ratta, cramming, that is all passive. Never do that, right? So over here, I'm just trying to do one thing. just trying to eliminate the habit of cramming. Bas, how to make the subject more interesting, how to learn it. If you know these skill sets, you yourself will be able to tell me that, see, this is my, and yes, I learn from you. When you start sending your brain maps, many times I give the, even if you'll watch my previous videos, I was telling some girl, I said, can I use your idea? In that running lecture only, I said, can I use your idea? And then I put it into my book. So every time when I am explaining that topic, I gave reference of her, yes, this is the idea which was given by one of my student, and that's how you do. So always be active, right? This is mentally active, and at the same time, uh, one has to be active from the fitness point of view, right? As you mentioned, right? There were just 4 5 emails about the fitness. One person, she said that I want to run marathon, right? I think, I don't know if you are there or not. Uh, you are there. You are there, right? So she said, I want to run marathon. Can you guide me? I said, no problem. It can be done, and but marathon requires time. Right? It's not so that within just 1 week or 10 days anyone can run. So this is one, but 20 minutes. This was what was told on day one. 20 minutes a day. Whether you jump, you dance, you run, you do skipping, anything. How many of you are giving at least 20 minutes for your physical fitness? 20 minutes or more, but at least 20 minutes, and every day, without fail, every day. Okay, good. Walking, all right. Okay, walking. I'll just say something about walking. Okay. 1.5 hours, that is exceptional. That is really good. That is also very good. Going to gym every day. Very nice. Oh, you are an athlete. Okay. Okay. Great. CrossFit training is very good. Martial arts, right? 1 hour yoga, CrossFit, okay. Hot yoga, that is really very hearty, very difficult. Okay, good. If you are doing walking, I'll give you one formula to everyone. As a medico, you should know this. 220, right? Remember, okay, Taekwondo. All right. 220 minus your age. So your age is roughly 20, right? You might be 18, 19, but just for the sake of convenience, I'm writing 20. 220 minus 20, that comes to 200, right? 80% of 200, that comes to 160. For your cardiovascular efficiency, right? For your cardiovascular efficiency, you do whatever exercise you want, right? Swimming, anything. But heart rate monitor, HRM, if it is with you, so then try to do the exercise, that HIIT, high intensity interval training, in such a way, sorry, in such a way that your heart rate touches between 140 to 160. It remains into this zone. Don't try to cross 160, right? Don't try to cross 160. More than 160, it won't be that good, right? Yes, you can take it all the way up to 180, but we don't want that. In many times in marathons, or you must have seen in news also, that those actors, right, because they go so much overboard, and then it leads to cardiac damage. We don't want that. This is a safe zone for you, very safe zone. So that will not improve your efficiency, but at the same time, yeah, but at the same time, that is Shonak, that this is really good. And Shonak, I remember you, right? You don't smoke. So, so 140 to 160, or say 135 to 150, that is pretty good. And as your efficiency increases, right, you yourself will know, okay, yes, I can increase to that level. Because true, when I am running full marathons, at times, say in Tata Mumbai marathon, and that Padder Road bridge is the toughest, and it is so steep. So when you are going uphill, so heart rate reaches almost 180, 190. Now this is a very dangerous zone. But if you have conditioned yourself that for 3 minutes or 4 minutes, no problems, so then it is okay. But I would never advise anyone straight away to go for that high heart rate. Right? Gradually, you improve your performance. But I'm happy that so many of the friends, you are doing something for your fitness, because fit body, that is fit mind. Right? Very nice. Calisthenics. I find it very difficult. Okay. The last thing for today. The last thing for today. Right? And for this, you will be sending a mail to me. Let it be descriptive. Let it be descriptive. And I want to see your expressive power. Right? One, be expressive. Your many of the emails, you guys, you express yourself so lovingly. Right? That was amazing. When you are really expressive, you actually decrease load on your heart. Right? Why to live with heavy heart? Right? Why? In this be expressive, what you have to write is, I want to see that what's your target? What's your target? What do you want to achieve? Now, don't write it like, okay, I want to become MBBS. Well, you will be MBBS after 5 years, but that's it. That's it, khatam. No. Think of something which is amazing. In say Bhilai steel plant, right? When I was over there in Bhilai and I was addressing, so one student, there were a group of students, and suddenly they laughed when I asked this question, what's your target? Wait. So so I said, yes, gentlemen, all of you laughed. Anything worth listening? So one student said, sir, उसने कुछ बोला. I said, what was that? He said, I want to marry Aishwarya Rai. Now this is way back, right? But he said, I want to marry Aishwarya Rai. So I said, no problem. Who said that? So then one student, बेचारा very shy सा student, he वो खड़ा हुआ. I said, will you come on stage? No, sir. I said, अरे come on. So then he came. So he said, कि sir वो तो मैंने मजाक में. I said, why मजाक में? At that time, I said, see, how much effort would be needed, right? When you want to marry Ash, so it means that you have to create so much of love in her heart so that she literally, say, she stays away from the Abhishek Bachchan and she comes to you. So this is like a real dedication, right? So go ahead. Now, target, when I say target, it has to be anything, right? Don't worry about it. Initially, it should be easy. Initially, it should be easy, right? So that you finish. And when I say initially, that means I'm talking about 10 years. So within 10 years, which is that time frame when your energy level would be at its peak, when your body efficiency would be at its peak. When people cross the age of 30, so then there is only one thing, bas money on, right? By the time when they reach to in their 40s, so then they start worrying about now how to manage this money. And then as the time crosses, they stop living. That's what I don't want. Money follows by itself. Money will flow by itself, right? If you go for the quality. And yes, this is very good, right? You want to become an IAS. So if you when you say you want to become an Indian Administrative Services officer, so in that case, be more specific that what exactly are you doing right now. We'll be discussing about this thing on Saturday, right? That's why I'm asking for the targets. You want to become a professional doctor, I want satisfaction from whatever I'll be doing. Now see, Deepak, I'm not telling that this is a wrong statement, but this is a very generalized thing. You want satisfaction from whatever you'll be doing, but what do you want to do? Write that, right? Be very specific that if you want to do that, you should be the best in it, right? Because there is one very interesting story that there was one Raja, right, king, and his prince was there, and prince liked one girl, and he said, "Okay, that's, well, I want to marry you." She said, "What do you know?" He said, I am prince and very soon I'll be the king." She said, "That's not the qualification. You should learn something and then you propose." So he learned how to make those baskets, right? From the leaves and flowers, and he learned how to make a basket. He gave his heart and soul for 6 months. He learned that, and then he presented that. That girl said, "Fine, this is good. Let's marry," and they got married. After years together, then the prince became the king, and once they went into the jungle, and those dakus were there, and then at that point king was into the normal dress, right? They kidnapped him, and they took him to their place. He said that, "Mujhe kyon pakda? Do one thing. You go to this queen, and I am making one basket, and she loves this basket, and she will give you so much of money." And he prepared a basket, right, with leaves and flowers, and in that he wrote in a very coded language that where exactly is his location. Because when that queen, when she saw this basket, she immediately knew that who has made this. And finally, the king was rescued. In nutshell, any of the skill learnt at any stage of life will never go waste, right? Will never go waste. So be very specific. When you start learning, so then give your heart and soul and finish it. Kill the competition. Whether it is painting, whether it is music, whether it is medical, whether it is engineering, anything, just finish it, right? And then definitely you'll be able to help people, because it is at that point when you'll start integrating the things. Integration means how to connect multiple science together for a much better result, right? So this is what is needed. Definitely your parents would be proud, even after you, they are proud of you even at this stage of, they are proud of you even at this stage, Tanuja. But I was watching, I love watching TV. So uh, there is a program on Lata Mangeshkar, right? It is on Hotstar. It is on Hotstar. Now, in that, actually, you see that it is like सिर्फ नाम रह जाएगा. It happens like that no one of us will be living for 500 or 1000 years. Very specific years are there. So give your word, give your work in such a way that the world remembers you, right? Otherwise, तो रोते आए थे रोते जाएंगे, right? That's it. What's the difference between an insect and our life, right? Insect also, they eat, right? They do their work. So normally what? Bus, the only thing we consider that we are more brainy, we are more sophisticated, but that's it, na? Otherwise, so we keep on crying for money, and one fine day, gone, few people would cry, and then no one would remember. Bus, don't do that, right? Live forever. Live forever. Live in the heart of others. Live forever. So do something so good, right, that you'll be remembered forever. So uh, when I like Kishore Kumar so much, right? So songs of Kishore Kumar, that's what I feel, that he is no more, but still he is alive. Yeah? So with this note, say I would like to say thank you to you. Anything you want to ask, right? Otherwise, tomorrow we'll be discussing in detail about USMLE, PLAB, and next exam. I'll show you the websites, I'll show you the portal from where to click, what to do, right? And what preparation is needed from day one. That is from this point onwards, because it will require 2 years, and then you will be appearing for step one, then step two, CK, CL, then it goes to, and these exams are expensive, right? So that's why preparation should be absolutely like a metal, very, very fine. How do you manage to stay so positive? Because of you guys, right? Imagine, Deepak, more than 400 emails and with so much of love, right? Seriously, seriously. You guys are so good. All right. So thank you so much. And tomorrow we meet, okay? Same time, and we'll be talking about these exams. Okay. Thank you and bye bye.